That's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check.
Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. They'll be led out by a man who rewrote Brett Favre's passing records at Southern Miss. It's Nick Mullins.
I'm absolutely eager to watch him play in this game. Because here we are, Week 15. Not a lot of games left down the stretch. But will he get outside of himself, trying to make huge plays in order to try and win an MVP? Because he's not in the #1 spot right now.
No, he's not. I think everyone consensus thinks that way. You hope he doesn't get outside of himself right now, though, because that could really get their offense out of sync. And it's been in sync most of this year. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
And everyone always tells me the fullback is leaving the game, and then I say, hold it a second. What about Kyle Juszczyk? 2-time Pro Bowler, maybe the best all-around fullback in the game for his ability to block, catch, and occasionally run the football inside.
They're going to look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
To throw on 2nd down. Blanchard, he'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the draw, here's Michel. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Mixon with a first down carry. He's got a first down or more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mixon. The numbers for Mixon last week: 10 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On second down, here's Mixon. And some room to run now. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Here's a run with Mixon. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Nick Mullins in the offense, sent to take over. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141 and a half.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Bills 7.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Love. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Bryce Love with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well. Executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go!
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it third down and 10. They'll drop to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Rush in. Hey, Delta. Rush in. Now.
Looking to throw on second down. Blanchard, he's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught at the 25. A big play here for the Bills. 51 yards. So a big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
Mike 51. Hey, we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down.
Go, go. Look at me. Go, go.
Back to throw. Blanchard. He's going to go up top for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Looking to throw. Blanchard. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead, but nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
That was a third.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Nick Mullins in the offense set to take over. He struggled. His team has struggled. You talk to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Open man is Howard, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Go there. 70.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Patriots send out their punter, as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Come on, set. Ain't too soft. We want this. Go on, go on. Come, come.
A final shot before break. Blanchard. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. So we reach halftime in what's been a... You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. Not too many breaks ahead, according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down now. It's Armstrong. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Patriots have it.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, they run with Michel. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And inside the 20 before... He's brought down.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At the 19-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A gain there of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Back to throw. Blanchard. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Blanchard. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Set, ready? 30 base.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Armstrong. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Bring it! Bring it!
From the gun, Blanchard. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, wahoo! Hey, we got 4. Get it!
Operating from the gun, Blanchard. And that will be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Hey, watch this, watch this. fair. Let's go.
On fourth down, Blanchard. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Patriots' defense is going to take over on down.
15 line. 15 line. Hey, let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught by Davis.
On the ball.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Ready, ready.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. New England on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw, and that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They got him in. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Mullins now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this one caught by Max Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, it has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the boot.
They'll set up a throw. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Let's go. On the ready.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He'll look to throw. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 8. Completes it to Davis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. That's caught by Howard. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And Woods has it complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Corey Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots get a score closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Blanchard. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Interception. All day, baby. Let's
and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into it?
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They'll drop the throw. It's complete to Williams. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back to throw here, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll look to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Set, 8, read. Keep it up, guys.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I'm here all day. Hey, exit.
Throwing again. Blanchard. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire set.